The vast majority of golfers are hitting their driver too short because their backswing is not long enough. Today I'm going to share with you my 3-step process to make your backswing longer so that you can pick up some yards off the tee. Now, one of the easiest ways to get more distance with the driver is to make a backswing that's longer. Let's just think about this logically. If I only swing the club back to right here, I'm only going to hit the golf ball a certain distance. But if I can swing the club way up to here, now all of a sudden I got more time, I got more energy to create club head speed to give me the distance that I want. So let's walk through the steps. The first step is we've got to learn to release the trail leg. So when you're set in over the golf ball, you know this if you follow any of our stuff here at VLS Golf, all right, that we love the 60-40. Nick, we like the 60-40, right? Okay, Nick gave me a thumbs up. Make sure you give us a thumbs up and be sure to subscribe to the channel. And you know our favorite questions, we love hearing where you're from. But when you're set in there, we like the 60 in the lead, the 40 on the front. But as we start the backswing, early in the backswing, I want to see your trail knee start to release a little bit. So let's say, for sake of discussion, just that you've got 30 degrees of bend in your knees. We're just randomly, right? Okay. When we start the backswing early, I want you to release this trail leg a little bit, okay? So that when you get to the top, maybe you've got 15 degrees of bend in that trail leg, okay? Because when the trail leg releases, that's going to allow you to do the second thing. The second thing is we've got to increase our hip turn. If our hip turn increases, we're going to be able to increase our shoulder turn, right? If I want to get this club from here up to there, step one is to release the trail leg so that I can do step two, which is to turn the hips. All right, now let me show you how you can do that. And then at the end, I'm going to share with you one of my favorite training aids that almost makes us automatic. If there, for lack of a better word, it almost forces us to do that. It can help you pick up some club head speed. So here we go. I'm in my 60-40. I'm going to release my trail leg. Now, in your hips, I want you to feel like the button, or like your belt, right? If you're wearing a belt, feel like your belt points towards the back. See how it's pointing towards that back camera? Let those hips rotate and let them turn. Now, another way you could feel that if you don't want to focus on the belt is focus on your trail pocket. For me, that's my right pocket. Feel like the right pocket actually works backwards. Everybody see that? So it's turning, all right? So I've released the trail leg so that I could do step two, which is turn the hips. Now, an easy way to tell if you're turning the hips correctly and if you're turning them enough is to look for this one little golden nugget. When you get the club to the top, you should see a little bit of daylight in between your knees. See how I see daylight right there? If I'm not turning my hips, you're not going to see the daylight. If you release the trail leg, you turn the hip, you're going to see that daylight. Now, if you don't believe me, that's okay. Would you believe Jack Nicklaus or Tom Watson or Johnny Miller or Andy North? How about any of those guys? They're pretty good players, right? Look at their lower body. Look at how their hips turn, all right? So that's the second thing. Now, the third thing that you got to do, and then we're going to talk about this training aid here in a second. The third thing is you've got to get your lead arm a little bit up. And this is the whole core concept of the vertical line swing and why we wrote the book, The Bad Lie. When the lead arm works more straight back and it works up, okay, how does that club head look up there, Nick? Right, pretty good, yeah, see, that looks good, right? Because the lead arm is working back and it's working up versus low and around. All right, so let me go ahead and hit a shot. I'm going to combine those three things and then we'll talk about the training aid here. So I'm going to release the trail leg. I'm going from 30 to 15. I'm going to then therefore turn my belt back towards you, back towards the camera, or if you want to focus on your pocket's going to turn and rotate, okay? And my lead arm's going to work back and up. So here we go. Let me see if I can combo those three things together. Release, turn, arms up. Oh yeah. Caught a little bit low on the face, but I'll definitely take that. All right, now, what if you're like the type of golfer that says, man, Todd, that's a lot to think about, and I love training aids. Well, let me share with you this training aid right here. This is the Orange Whip. And our friends over there, over at Orange Whip, they developed some great stuff. But this thing right here is fantastic. Now, it's got kind of this loose shaft on it, right? You can kind of see that. And it's got the orange on the end of it, i.e. Orange Whip. But when you just start to swing this, it's a great warm-up tool. What you'll notice, see, I'm just swinging it in continuous motion. it is almost impossible. Let me see if I can do it. It's almost impossible to swing it like short because you feel like you're gonna like fall over. So if you take the orange whip and you just swing it, boom. See that? All right, that's gonna naturally increase the length of your swing. And if I wanna hit the golf ball longer, I've gotta make a swing that's longer. Now that we've added 10 to probably 30 yards off the tee for you, check out my next video. And if you wanna personally work with us and our golf team on your game, check out vlscoaching.com.